So it's been a few years since I posted, and I'll catch up with what's happened. And essentially, it's summarized by right when the pandemic happened, I moved to Hawaii and I lived in Maui in the city of Lahaina, which is famously known as the city that burned down. So the house that I stayed at, gone. And while I was there, I was doing a TikTok channel. I was creating content for that. And that ended up being its own thing too. I will revisit it because it was at a time where TikTok and the algorithm and everything just aligned. And I had a page that just blew up. Well, for me, blew up, but it was only like a couple 100,000 views on the first few days. And then it got me like 10K right away. So I was like, oh, wow, this is huge. And so the first point that I want to make from this video is that going viral feels good, but the responsibility behind the image, the brand, whatever it is that your audience is there to expect could get kind of draining. So that channel was primarily focused on having full control of your emotional health and like different psychology tips and tricks and whatnot. And while that is an important topic to do, I personally was not in a place where I could wake up every day extremely excited to create content because there are other things in my life I had to worry about, such as making money to pay for rent and to pay for the lifestyle that I wanted to live, the lifestyle that I wanted to live. I had to pay for that. And so I was doing things like flipping cars, building up the business that I mentioned, and eventually things did work out while I was there. But as you're juggling all of these things and trying to have a fully excited TikTok channel, where people are expecting you to be a certain way, to completely be like professional at your job of just informing people of what your TikTok brand promised. And so I have a lot of respect for content creators because I understand how difficult it can be. Now that leads me to the point that, are you ready to blow up virally or just blow up and go viral? Because when the time comes where something that you made blows up, goes viral, reaches a ton of people, are you ready for the next step? Are you going to continue posting content? Is this content, such as videos, photos, and whatnot, something that you feel passionate about, something that you care about? And is it something that you want to meet the people who are going to come up to you, approach you, and talk to you about what you're putting out there? For example, this channel, everyone that I've met that has talked to me about this channel has been awesome. And I want to keep it that way. But if I were to use this channel as a way to make money, which I initially wanted it to be, like I wanted to be a travel influencer who lives at the beach, who surfs, who skates, who does all of those things. But I realized to do that, you in a way have to keep a certain brand to appeal to these other brands to pay you, right? Like you have to advertise for them, or you have to promise them something so that they can pay you and that it's a mutually valuable exchange. And I realized that one day when I started posting a bunch of random stuff on my Instagram because I was like, I've had it. I don't want to post just the most curated stuff on Instagram. It's kind of cringe, honestly, like to hard post something that is like a long caption that's a super doctored out photo. That is so like 2006 to 2010. It's a bit out of date. Wait, no. 2016 to 2020. Sorry, I mixed my years up. And so I realized that when a big brand unfollowed me, I was like, oh, I had done something that the system does not like. And then I was like, how do I make money without relying on this? So I started a whole different thing. If you look me up on Skillshare, you'll probably see it. I have one of the top teachers on Skillshare now. Bet you didn't expect that. But I started a whole other business on there and other course selling sites where I did a professional job where I was informing people of how to use a certain tool to create advertisements, design, whatnot. I made something that creates value for someone else, and in turn, I got to be paid in that way. Now, the differentiation between the two is that if I'm doing a professional job and if I'm doing this video, this channel is very lifestyle. This channel is like to me sacred because I care about you watching everything here. I am wanting to be 100% here versus on the other channels, I am 100%, but in a professional setting. So it's like if you're meeting a newscaster, when they're reporting for their TV station, they're a certain way. And then when they are in person hanging out with you, they're a certain way. So this channel is for the in-person hangouts and my other stuff is for the professional stuff. And so with this channel, I've realized I could go back to what started it all. And that was visual storytelling, capturing experiences, posting the music that I like, making edits about life and romanticizing the hell out of life because life is amazing, and putting it into a visual format for you to enjoy. And so as a summary of all of this, I think social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram is going to start headed towards this direction of people being authentically themselves, not caring about a certain look or brand, because that's starting to be extremely inauthentic. And the audience, the people are able to see it, which is why like when people tell me that AI is going to replace humans, I don't think so, because there's so much in a human's work that goes unnoticed. Like if you look at an artist's painting, every single brushstroke is thought out. And unless you're an AI person that thinks out every single detail, every single pixel, you can't compare that work to what an artist does. And that goes with news, reporting the news, showing the emotion of certain news and your knowledge base, and connecting different parts of the news to whichever knowledge base this person has, the history this person has, all the experience this person has that connects everything out, and then they present it to you in a way that's digestible. All of this is such a human element that can't be replaced. And so where do we go from here? I think more realistic videos, at least you can expect that from me. Maybe some people will unsubscribe. It's around 2K right now, so you be the judge of that. And I'll start posting more just visual stories of life and things that I'm inspired by into this visual format for you. And so with that, I'll see you in the next video.